They say blood is thicker than water, but nobody tells you that sometimes blood is also the heaviest chain you'll ever wear. My name is Clara, and for 3 years I raised a child that wasn't mine. Not because I wanted to, not because I adopted her out of love, but because my parents looked me in the eyes and said, "You will do this, or you will lose us forever." The baby belonged to my younger sister, Vanessa. Vanessa was the golden child, the one with the big dreams, the one my parents poured all their savings into. I was the practical one, the responsible one, the one who always cleaned up the messes. And this mess? It was the biggest of all. It started on a cold November night. I was 24, living in a small apartment, working 2 jobs, finally feeling like I had my life under control. Then my phone rang. It was my mother. Her voice was shaking. "Clara, you need to come home." Now, when I arrived at my parents' house, I saw Vanessa sitting on the couch, her face red and swollen from crying, and in her arms, a tiny baby girl, maybe 3 weeks old, wrapped in a pink blanket. I looked at Vanessa, then at my mother. "Whose baby is that?" Vanessa whispered mine. I froze. I didn't even know she was pregnant. Nobody told me. Because in my family, secrets are just unspoken agreements. They hide things until they can't. And then, they turn to me to fix them. Here's what they told me that night. Vanessa had gotten pregnant by her college boyfriend. He left when he found out. She hid the pregnancy from everyone, wore baggy clothes, skipped family dinners, lied about doctor's appointments. She gave birth alone in a friend's bathroom, and now, 3 weeks later, she was supposed to start her final semester of college. She had a full scholarship, a future, a life. And the baby? The baby was in the way. My mother grabbed my hands. "Clara, you're her sister. We can't let Vanessa throw away everything she worked for. You don't have children. You live alone. You can take the baby. Just for a while." Vanessa looked at me with those wet, desperate eyes. "Please, Clara. I'll finish school. I'll get a job. I'll come back for her. I promise." I said no. I said it clearly. I said, "I didn't make this baby. I'm not raising her." But my parents didn't accept no. They guilted me. They cried. They reminded me of all the times they helped me. They told me that family takes care of family. And then my father said the words that broke me. "If you turn your back on your own sister during her darkest moment, don't bother coming to Christmas. Don't call us. You'll be dead to us." I looked at that tiny baby. She had no idea she was unwanted, no idea she was a problem to be solved. And something in me cracked. Not because I wanted to say yes, but because I couldn't bear the thought of losing everyone. So I said yes. I took that baby home that night. I named her Lily, because Vanessa never bothered to give her a name. And for 3 years I raised her. I fed her. I held her when she cried at 3 a.m. I worked double shifts to buy diapers and formula. I gave up dates, friends, hobbies, sleep. And Vanessa, she visited twice in 3 years. Twice. Each time she took a selfie with Lily for social media, called herself the cool mom, and left within an hour. My parents never thanked me. They acted like this was my duty, like I owed them. But what I didn't know that night, as I signed the temporary guardianship papers, was that Vanessa was planning something. Something that would make everything I sacrificed feel like a joke. And when I found out, I stopped being the good sister. I stopped being the fixer. I became the reckoning. The call came on a Tuesday afternoon. I was at the park with Lily, pushing her on the swings. She was 3 years old now. She called me Mommy. I never corrected her, because in every way that mattered, I was. My phone buzzed. It was Vanessa. She hadn't called in months. I answered. Hello? Clara. Oh my God, I have the best news. Her voice was dripping with excitement. I graduated. Finally. And they invited me to give the commencement speech. Can you believe it? I didn't know what to say. That's great, Vanessa. Congratulations. There's one more thing, she said. I want Lily at my graduation. I want her to see her real mom walk across that stage. And I want you to bring her. It'll be a family moment. I felt something cold settle in my chest. You haven't seen her in 8 months. You haven't sent $1 for her care. And now you want a photo op? Vanessa's tone sharpened. Don't be bitter, Clara. I'm her mother. You're just the babysitter. And I've decided I want her back after graduation. I have a job lined up. It's time. I almost dropped the phone. You want her back? Just like that? After I gave up everything? You didn't have to say yes, she snapped. You chose to play the hero. Now stop acting like a victim. She hung up. I stood there in the park, watching Lily laugh on the swing, completely unaware that her future was being decided like a game of chess. And for the first time in 3 years, I let myself feel the full weight of my anger. Not at Lily, never at her, at Vanessa, at my parents, at myself for being so weak. That night, I called my mother. I told her what Vanessa said, and my mother's response shattered something inside me. Clara, you knew this day would come. Vanessa is ready now. You should be happy for her. You'll still get to see Lily sometimes. Sometimes? My voice cracked. I raised her. I'm the one who taught her to walk. I'm the one who sat with her in the ER when she had pneumonia. You didn't even visit. My mother sighed. Don't make this harder than it has to be. Vanessa is our daughter, too. She deserves her chance. That's when I realized the truth. I was never family to them. I was a tool, a placeholder, someone they could use until their favorite child decided to show up. I hung up. I didn't cry. I held Lily while she slept, and I made a decision. If Vanessa wanted her daughter back so badly, she would have to fight for her. But not in court, not through lawyers. I didn't have the money for that. No. I would let Vanessa destroy herself. Publicly. In front of everyone who mattered. I started quietly gathering evidence. Every text from Vanessa saying she didn't want Lily. Every missed birthday. Every promise she broke. I had 3 years of receipts. 3 years of bank statements showing I paid for everything. 3 years of my parents' messages telling me to just deal with it. And then I waited. I let Vanessa plan her big graduation speech. I let my parents buy her a cap and gown. I let them all believe I was the sad, obedient sister who would hand Lily over with a smile. But on graduation day, I didn't bring Lily to watch Vanessa. I brought Lily for a different reason. I brought the truth. The graduation ceremony was held in a large auditorium. Families filled the seats. Parents held flowers. Cameras flashed, and on the stage the graduates sat in their robes, smiling like the world owed them something. I sat in the 3rd row, Lily on my lap. My parents were next to me, beaming with pride. My mother whispered, "Isn't this wonderful?" Vanessa worked so hard. I said nothing. When Vanessa's name was called, she walked to the podium. She looked beautiful, confident. The crowd applauded. She adjusted the microphone and began her speech. Thank you all. I want to dedicate this moment to my family, especially my parents, who never gave up on me, and to my daughter, Lily, who is here today. I want her to know that no matter what, a mother's love never fades. The audience awed. My parents cried happy tears. Then I stood up. I didn't shout. I didn't run to the stage. I simply walked to the front row, turned to face the crowd, and pulled a folded stack of papers from my bag. Excuse me, I said. My voice was calm, loud enough to carry. Vanessa froze. The microphone picked up her shaky breath. Clara, what are you doing? I looked at the audience. Hundreds of people. Professors. Parents. Friends. My name is Clara. I'm Vanessa's sister. And for the past 3 years, I have raised her daughter while she finished school. She visited twice. She never paid a single bill. She left the baby with me when she was 3 weeks old because she didn't want to be a mother. My mother grabbed my arm. Clara, sit down. I pulled away. I have bank statements. I have text messages. I have witnesses. And I have a 3-year-old girl who calls me Mommy because the woman on that stage never bothered to be one. Vanessa's face went pale. She stumbled back from the podium. That's not true. She's lying. I held up my phone. Should I play the voicemail where you said, and I quote, I never wanted that baby. She ruined my life? The auditorium went silent. The dean of the college stood up, looking confused and horrified. Vanessa started crying. Not sad tears. Angry tears. You're destroying my moment. No, I said. You destroyed yourself. I just handed everyone the proof. My father stood up. He looked at me, then at Vanessa, then at Lily, who was clinging to my leg. He didn't say a word. He just walked out. My mother followed, sobbing. The audience began murmuring. Some people pulled out their phones. The dean gently escorted Vanessa off the stage. I didn't stay for the rest of the ceremony. I picked up Lily, walked out, and drove home. That night, my phone exploded with messages. From relatives. From Vanessa's friends. From people who had no idea what really happened. But one message stood out. From Vanessa. I hate you. You ruined everything. I will never forgive you. I typed back, you gave me a baby to raise. I gave you a mirror to look into. We're even. Then I blocked her. 3 years later, Lily is 6 years old. She still calls me Mommy. I legally adopted her last spring. Vanessa moved to another state. I hear she works retail and tells people she has no family. My parents apologized. Sort of. They send birthday cards now. I don't respond. Some bridges don't need rebuilding. Some just need to stay burned. Here's what I learned. Family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up, who stays, who holds the crying baby at 3 a.m. while everyone else sleeps. Vanessa wanted a daughter when it was convenient. I wanted a daughter every single day. And in the end, the child got the mother she deserved. Not the one who gave birth to her. The one who chose her. If you've ever been used by the people who were supposed to love you, hear this. You are not a tool. You are not a placeholder. And the best revenge isn't screaming in an auditorium. It's living well, raising the child they abandoned, finding peace while they drown in regret. That's not just justice. That's grace. And honey, I found mine.